Hi, Christoph coming at you with video number 3 in our 3-part series, Posture. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some myofascial release you can do for those really tight areas from all that sitting and all that driving that we do. And I'm going to show you a great compound exercise to throw into your workout. A lot of fun, but again, really turns those glutes on, really gets those back active and gets that scap retracted. First, we're going to talk about a little bit about myofascial. One of the problems with all this sitting, driving, and typing that we do is we get really tight hip flexors, really tight glutes and hamstrings, and we end up rolling forward in our posture a lot. I'm going to tell you how to combat that. For my purpose today, I'm going to use a lacrosse ball. Tennis ball also works. Lacrosse ball is a little bit denser, so it digs in a little bit more. I've been doing myofascial release for a while, so I actually like that harder, denser object. The first one we're going to do, and I know it sounds silly, we're going to roll the bottom of our feet. You're going to stand up, and you're just going to roll back and forth on the lacrosse ball or the tennis ball, digging in and putting some pressure on it. Right? So if you come across a spot that kind of makes your face light up, put a little more pressure on it. That's a trigger point. That's actually some fascia bound together. I know it sounds silly to roll the bottom of your foot to turn your hamstring and your glute on, but fascia interconnects from the bottom of our feet to the top of our head. We've got one continuous piece of fascia that doesn't interrupt. So rolling the bottom of your foot will actually turn off that hamstring and turn off that glute. Very, very neat little trick. The other one that we can do is we can roll that upper scap area. So if we keep doing this a lot, we get bound up and tight. So you want to open that up, and part of that opening up is getting those muscles to release a little bit. We take our lacrosse ball, find a nice little wall, tuck it back behind our shoulder, and we just kind of roll around. And I apologize, I've actually sat at my desk for a good portion of the morning today, and I have got some knots back there that are just absolutely on fire. So not only do you guys get a great video, but I get some myofascial release. We call it a win-win. Right? So really easy stuff to do. Just move that ball around, put as much body weight and pressure on as you need to, and have some fun with it. Be careful of your spine. Right? We don't want to roll across our vertebrae at all. Those are a little bit sensitive. Roll the meat part of your shoulder. We don't want to roll across our vertebrae. The next one that I'm going to show you how to do is how to really dig into that glute. So again, if I sit all day long, I need to let some of that fascia, this lacrosse ball goes right underneath your glute, and we're just going to roll ourselves around. I know it looks funny, and it does look a little bit strange. I promise it'll loosen up that fascia, it'll help your posture, and you'll feel better during your workout when you do it. If you feel silly, grab a friend. If you guys do it together, no one laughs people doing things in pairs. It's totally fine. Now, with anything else, we can always take things a little bit further. If I want to increase the amount of pressure I put on that glute with the tennis ball or lacrosse ball, the glute that I'm rolling, I'm going to pick that foot up, and now I'm going to put a little bit more pressure in there. And as you can see, my eyes are going to light up, because right on top of that glute med, I'm pretty sore from my workout. It's a tender spot. A little painful when you do it, so beneficial for you when you're done. The last one that I'm not going to show you, what we're going to talk about, is how to let some of that pec fascia go. I know we're talking a lot about scap retraction, but in order to be balanced, we have to get the front and the back loose. So taking a lacrosse ball or tennis ball and doing some rolling against the wall will really help that fascia loosen up. Just be careful of your anatomy. We're all built a little bit differently. Do what feels good. Now, exercise time. Guys, what you've all been waiting for. One of my favorite exercises, there is not one client that I don't work with that doesn't do a squat in a row. I don't care if they're 8, 80, or anywhere in between. Everyone does a squat in a row. I'm going to start with a little bit of tension in my band. Tubing works just as well with the handles on it. Cable machine will work also. I'm going to start with a little bit of tension in the band. I'm going to hip hinge, drop my weight down, I stand, and I row. Now, if you look, I'm pulling hard. That band wants to really snap me forward. So in order for me to keep my posture, I've got to stay straight. I've got to control the band. I don't let the band control me. Squat, stand and row. My glutes turn on, good scap retraction, big compound movement. Lots of fun. Myofascial rolling, band pull aparts, our bridging variations, squat and row will hopefully help you combat that bad posture from all that sitting and all that typing. I'm Chris Deffelbaugh, train strong to be strong.